All right, we are go.
Stop shaking
Ben, stop it. You're affecting the camera, Ben.
Stay still.
Ben, your microphone and the camera are connected. Don't move. Hello, and welcome to episode 21 of the Maverick Games Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about all things Summer Game Fest. Yeah, very exciting. It was actually really good fun, wasn't it?
It was great.
So, I'm Mike Brown. I am creative director here at Maverick Games. Joining me on the podcast are...
H, COO at Maverick.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the art director at Maverick Games. Thank you very much.
Thank you both for joining us.
This is my first time in the multiplayer.
Is it?
I've not done this before.
You've been in the multiplayer before.
All right, not since it's been in here.
Okay.
Prior to it being cleaned up, yes.
So it smells better than the last time you were in it then?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
So because it's my first time, I bought you snacks.
Okay.
Brought us snacks.
You're such a mum.
Yeah. Okay, that's for you, Ben.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel like these probably rustle more than you would like
Hold
on
on.
a podcast.
This is bad audio experience for those.
Okay, I did.
It's
I
got
get
all
an
the
apple.
crunchy things.
Hold on.
Should we do ASMR like cookies?
I've got some Watsits because
Where are you getting all of this from?
it's like my jacket. I'm like Mary Poppins. Look, hold
You
on.
are like Mary Poppins.
Hold on.
I'm going to pull a...
Twiglets.
Yeah, disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell eats Twiglets?
Not me. Ben, do you like Twiglets?
I do actually.
Oh,
Please enjoy ASMR.
Yeah.
okay.
One of the
best
joys...
of all, the best jammy dodgers.
Joe Dodgers, classic.
Yeah.
I was going to say, one of the joys of working with a very international team is that moment where you have somebody who's never tried a Twiglet before because they're not British, try it, and go in thinking, oh, this looks nice. And then they're like, oh, God.
What are these things?
It's so strange, isn't it? Like I was actually looking at them earlier and thinking it feels like one of those British things, which is like going to be some hangover of the Second World War. It'll have been introduced in the 50s while we were still under rations. And it's like normal flavouring stuffs like salt or cheese, they weren't available. So instead we had to use whatever the hell it is they put on Twiglets and then tell themselves, this is a good snack, isn't it? Ooh.
Brown goo on sticks. Delicious.
So you said
Smells
about
and tastes awful.
the international team. I think the one to test people on is Monster Munch. Pickled onion Monster Munch. You have not tasted true British flavours unless you've had Monster Munch.
Oh, God, is
They're
that
quite
pickled
tart,
onion?
aren't they? Quite
They
tart.
are.
That's a depressing thought.
I like them.
I like them as well. Do you not like pickled onion Monster Munch?
I know. I like a pickled monster. Pickled monster? I like a pickled onion Monster Munch. I think I'm lamenting the fact that is the taste of British culture.
It's the best we've got to offer. I mean, it's better than Twiglets.
Yeah, it is exactly.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
So
Have you started with
actually.
Twiglets as well? I think then Monster Munch would be especially good.
Yeah.
Take away the taste. Leave that hanging. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
thanks for springing
Yeah,
that on
anyway,
stage.
yeah, sorry,
that was
sorry.
not really in the plan, but thanks for bringing those. Why did I eat anything? None of you, was it?
Why is it only you that
Why
ate
did
something?
I eat that?
Because, as I've said to you already today, I'm just not that hungry.
Fine. Okay.
But thanks.
Anyway, look.
Anyway,
I brought-
if you
I
get
was in
hungry
the
during the
car.
show,
Yeah,
we've
I
brought
brought-
noisy foods that we can eat close to the microphone to
Yeah.
either delight or upset those people listening, depending on which side of the fence they sit on.
It will be upset.
For yourself.
But yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, right. Thanks for that
right.
diversion.
Sorry.
At minute one of the show. So thanks for that. I'm going to jump right into a new podcast feature. We did do this on the Handling Pod. We're going to reintroduce it here, which is Ben. What car did you drive to work this morning, and why is it the best car in the world?
Okay. Well, this feels like a setup. So I drove to work in an M3 competition, which I just got myself, and it's awesome. So for context, anybody who's seen the Wrapped 1 series on various moments of podcasts or documented road trips, that was mine. And basically I had that 1 series and decided to make it ridiculous. And Mike, actually, it was you, on the way to Summer Games Fest, said to me, Ben, when are you going to buy yourself a ridiculous car again? And I said, well, that one's in for some work, and if I come back and it's got a stupid bill on it, I might do it. And there you go. That's exactly what happened. So you inceptioned me a little bit.
Thank you, mate.
He does that. He does that to a lot of people.
Yeah,
doesn't
it was
he?
an impulse buy of the century. But it
It will have brought you joy, though.
Oh, it has brought me joy. Yeah.
It was for your own good.
And I would say, what's the second part of the question? Why is it the best car ever?
Yeah, why is the car you drove the best car in the world? Maybe pause as our camera has escaped. Let me play the music again. That's going to be a funny bit, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's Emily, our producer.
Is it still,
fixing it
is
all.
it still recording? That's lucky.
Well done, Emily.
Is that going to bounce out again? Are you sure that doesn't look
Can we-
sure? It doesn't really fit.
Let's keep that in the edit.
Well, yeah, I think we will, won't we?
Yeah.
So yes, Ben, you were telling us, why is your brand new BMW M3 Comp the best car in the world?
Okay, it's the best car in the world. One, because it's the right shade of green.
I mean, it's
really
beautiful.
Got a picture on screen of Ben's car.
Yeah, and it's got gold wheels. So the 5-year-old in me is already pretty elated. But then I guess the best thing is every time you change gear, it feels like it's removing your spine from your back, and I really like that. It's great. Makes loads of really loud noises and upsets my neighbours, and makes me feel like I might die at any second.
Yeah, I've driven one. It's a very high tech feeling car, isn't it? It feels very futuristic.
Yeah.
It's it was a bit like. It felt a bit like a space shuttle-y. That's a bit odd example, because that's like a really retro bit of tech now. Okay, imagine a space shuttle that isn't retro.
Like the one that Elon Musk just made.
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good example.
Yeah, super high tech, has loads of gizmos and things, which I'm still discovering. I was just saying to you earlier that when I set a destination in my sat-nav, it shows me a feed of what I'm looking at straight out of the windscreen on my dashboard, which feels completely redundant.
Yeah.
But
Presumably
cool.
got to have added somewhere between 700 and 1,000 to the cost of the car as well.
Yeah, probably.
Add a camera showing you what you can see through the windscreen. I mean, I guess if you were to put a TV or something over the windscreen, you could use that camera to drive.
I guess so, yeah.
You could watch Netflix.
As you said, if I get temporarily blinded by somebody throwing a milkshake at me or something.
Yeah, they float on the windscreen,
yeah.
but specifically not the camera.
Yeah.
They just cover the windscreen, the little spot of the camera that's completely clean. You'd be absolutely fine.
You sorted
Just
for
long in
that occasion.
Yeah, that scenario you're covered.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
All right, cool. And H, what car did you drive to work this morning, and why is that car the best car in the world?
Okay, so I drove in my Porsche Cayenne Coupe, which is also, aka Gary, call sign from the road trip. You may remember it because I have I'm actually struggling with sitting back right now. I feel like I want to go like this.
Just when you're in a car, that's the vibe.
H drives with the forearms on the wheels.
Stop it! Stop! We
It's a
don't.
massive safety risk.
It's not. It's fine.
The airbag would completely destroy you. Anyway, that's not the point. That's not really the answer to the question. Go on.
Why is it the coolest car? Well, because it's mine.
Well, that's a good
Pretty cool,
reason.
right? So that's got to increase the value of it.
I've got to admit, you don't sound convinced that it's the best car in the world.
No, it's a very...
This sounds like a person that's trying to talk themselves into buying a new car right now.
I mean, given
in case my husband's listening.
given that it is a $100,000 luxury SUV from Porsche,
I know.
would have thought would have been an easier question for you to find the answer to.
Yeah. Well, there is a really good reason. It is a big car that goes really fast.
I mean, that is true. It does go really fast.
It does go really fast. Yeah. It was definitely flying when I overtook you all. But
I will still, one of my favourite memories of the Mav 1K road trip was when you got waylaid because I think somebody had forgotten their blanket or something.
Elliot lost a phone. But
that was it. It was a phone. And so you had to go back to get that. So you were about, I don't know, half an hour, 20 minutes behind us. And you caught us up, and you caught us up in style. I just remember seeing this grey giant Porsche driving towards me, and I was like, oh, wow, they're really travelling. And then I was like, I'll try and catch up with them. No, I couldn't.
It was great.
Yeah, we were gambling on, and correctly gambling on, the fact that once you're in France, you can't get a speeding ticket. Obviously, if you get stopped there and then, they'll have you.
Yeah.
But any cameras that get you, no real mechanism to bill you back here in the UK. So that is perhaps the only Brexit benefit. You wanted 350 million for the NHS per week. You wanted full control of your borders. You wanted all those things. You ain't getting any of that. You wanted that trade deal with the US. You wanted that. Nah. But you can speed in France and not get a fine. So
it turns out.
Yeah, I think we lost something like 7% of the value of the economy. But you can save yourself approximately €100 by not getting a speeding ticket when you're in France. So well worth it. Well done, everybody. Thanks, 52%.
Yeah. So anyway, it is. I mean, it does fly. As you know, because I have a few speedy too. I've had a lot of speedy.
Yeah,
You're on that. You're quite far up that high score point table.
Yeah.
Less luck in this country.
Yeah, it's not the same here. I've done all of the speed awareness courses, got them all. Anyone need any advice? I've got them all. I know the answers.
Good that you're taking that home with you then and really learning from that experience.
Yeah, I did think once it was actually maybe going to a speed awareness course and then putting my foot down on the way back is probably not the thing to do. That's the time not to do that.
just to make sure people don't think this is like a Maverick cultural thing. Spotless, my driver's license.
God,
just saying.
I did get one the other day, my first ever.
Oh.
Did you?
Doing 33,
I thought you would be able to.
I know, yeah, 33 and a 30 of all things.
That's the worst.
It was just as it was changing from 40 to 30 as well. So it's such a lame way. It's like.
I'm sorry, mate.
But you can do the speed awareness.
I felt like I did look very cool in the photo they sent through.
Is that you? Yes, that's me.
Photo on screen now. It was roof down, shades out in the sun. I was like,
did you have sunglasses on as well?
Yeah.
It actually would have only been cool if I was actually going fast.
Yeah. Only going 33. It's not the same.
Yeah,
is it?
exactly. It's kind of lame.
33 miles.
Look at me blasting along, 33 miles an hour. Yeah. So anyway,
I do love my car. Just to say, I do love my car. It's great. It works very well
just
for a
realised
family.
she might have damaged her relationship with the Porsche dealership. They pay attention to things like this about how you speak about the brand, and you could have tarnished it when you go back into to work your way up the Porsche list.
Porsche expert over here.
Quite. Been fighting my way up that list for a long time.
Anyway, I'm trying to convince my husband, or kind of, I think we're there now, that he should have the bigger car now, and that I could join the gold alloy wheel club over here. So
yeah, is that the thing? Just now I've got gold wheels as well. You need gold wheels.
I want to be like Ben and Mike.
I don't know if you know this, but you can actually get new wheels without buying a new car.
Boring.
just making sure you're aware of that. That is a thing that can happen.
Yeah. Is that what you would do?
I mean, I've got gold wheels already, so I didn't need to.
He's got you there.
I've got that RS thing on mine as well, which I don't really want to lose. But yeah, the gold wheels thing, it's like Andy talks about how the wheels are the jewellery of the car, doesn't it? And Andy Baranowski, who you might have seen in a previous episode, it's one of his kind of like big fights in life, isn't it? The fight against the black alloy wheels.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Because Andy is actually famously quite a laid back guy. Like, he's pretty chilled about most things, but if you mention black wheels on cars, he gets particularly animated.
He does.
Very upset about that.
He calls it like that, like black abyss of nothing, doesn't he? In the space where the jewellery should be, which instead pushes us all to spend a fortune getting bloody black Porsche, gold Porsche wheels. I think on Carina's car they're like a $5,000 option to get those.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
We'll do it.
All right, that was a really long intro there. We should perhaps get on to talking about what we're actually here to talk about, which is Summer Game Fest. So we started thinking about this almost around the same time as last year's Summer Game Fest. We were still at that point partnered with Amazon. We knew that we wanted to be a part of the 2026 Summer Game Fest, at least doing something that week. Obviously, there are multiple shows there that you can be a part of. There's the console manufacturer shows. There is the Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest show, which is perhaps the largest of them. And we were kind of working out where the best place for us to position ourselves in that is. Safe to say we wanted a large share of voice. We wanted a lot of space. We are a new IP. We felt like we had a lot to say. And we were speaking to Jeff about what we could do there. We would have taken as much time as Jeff would have allowed us to have. I think we were. We were, obviously we had a very cool trailer that we were proud of. We were quite happy to go in there with gameplay as well. That was a packed show. There was, the truth is, as much as we might have been willing to argue, fight, or even pay for space there was only so much available, and he was not going to let me have 10 to 12 minutes to do trailer plus intro plus on stage plus gameplay reveal. And so that left us with decent spot, good prestige spot, good trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a little bit of a worry that the trailer alone for a new IP might just leave loads of questions about like, kind of what is this thing? There's a story in there. Is it like
especially for a racing game, right? Yeah,
there was parts of it where you could look at that and be like, not quite sure what this game is. And so we wanted to have we knew we wanted a second asset that would release in a similar sort of time, so that your KFC trainer, like, cool, I search it, oh, there's this other thing that explains a bit more what it is. And so we knew when to do that, and I guess the normal way to do that might have been just to drop it on our YouTube channel a similar period of time. But
we don't do normal. Why do normal?
I mean, quite specifically, we don't want to do things that are playbook or have been done by 100 other developers before.
Just because other people are doing it, right?
Well,
that is the norm, isn't it? Just thinking, well, this IP did it and it was successful, but it wouldn't have been our voice. It wouldn't be the way that we would want to have done it in any way, right?
Exactly. And when you are partnered with a large publisher, everything will pull you towards that outcome, the playbook. There's a huge amount of money on the line. There's the cost of doing the whole thing, which is very high anyway. In the publisher's case, it would then be the full development cost that they may well have funded, that they could consider in jeopardy if this moment goes wrong. And so doing something that new or weird feels very high risk. I, as you've often heard me do, will argue that actually doing what everyone else has already done is very high risk, because
you just blend in with everything.
You are, exactly. You're just another game and a mush of other games.
I mean, what's quite funny is we've definitely been in a couple of these meetings together where you'll hear certain people going, "We shouldn't do the playbook," and then proceed to
talk through the playbook.
Oh yeah.
Proceed to do the playbook.
Oh, they'll just do that.
Or it's like deviation.
Yeah. It's the playbook, but this time you're wearing a blue hat.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is technically true that if you make one slight alteration to previous, then yes, it is no longer the playbook. But in truth, there is a want within a larger org to pull towards the safety of playbook. The real reason for this, by the way, is, well, there's multiple reasons, but one of the reasons, I guess, is lack of imagination. But the other reason is amount of money on the line, and therefore probably people's jobs on the line. You can't be blamed for following the playbook.
Sure.
If it all goes wrong and you just did the thing in the playbook, then, well, it's not my fault. I just did the same thing that everyone else has always done. It's not my fault. Whereas if you do a weird thing and it goes wrong, all right, who decided to do this? Right, you're out, you're fired.
You can pinpoint it exactly on that person.
And I guess also there's the assumption that if the playbook has worked for this long, it'll continue to work, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there is some.
Why should we change it? We don't want to do it.
I would argue that each time you do the playbook, it will slowly decay.
Oh, I agree.
And at some point, it will just drop, and it's like that doesn't work anymore. You've got to do something new now.
But that's where you think, right? A lot of people in that position almost go to, right, this is how we launch a racing game. This is how we release a first-person shooter. All of those things. They've got that really
playbook shelf.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Oh yes, I see.
Yeah,
I see what you're trying to do.
A, B, and C.
Off the book.
Anyway, I think that is high risk because at some point, because it won't be a steady decline. At some point, it's just like, no, that's stale, and it will just harsh drop to 0% effective, and then everyone has to kind of reevaluate and change the way we do things. Meanwhile, you do something different, and I guess you do have the chance that it all blows up and it's a complete mess. But I think you have a higher chance of leading yourself towards an outcome that is better than playbook. So that's what we did. We thought about, right, okay, we know we got the trailer piece and the Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest show. What's our next beat? And knowing that there's usually a bit of a news void in the days before Summer Game Fest, we thought, right, maybe we can try and target a beat there where there might be a cycle. In marketing terms, a cycle is a news cycle, usually a day or so, where you can grab it and you might be the only story in town, top story on every game site. That's the goal. Actually very hard to do that in the show itself because there are, I don't know how many games in the show, 20 other games that feature in the show. Your aim is to be the number one game featured in the show. Obviously, being number one is hard, but ideally you want to be in the top 3 because when somebody loads up their gaming news site of choice, IGN, you're only going to get like 3 or 4 stories on that front page, and you want to make sure that you're one of them. And sometimes there could be a Zelda or a GTA or both.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, or all of them.
Or a Final Fantasy. And there are certain IP that are just going to have those spaces because of what they are. And if there's a coalition of those IP, that you just don't get to have a story because there are bigger boys in the yard, and they're going to shove you out. Meanwhile, those days before, you might get lucky and you get a space where you can earn the news cycle. And that's what we aimed for, right? Before we were, I think, 4 days ahead of Summer Game Fest, and we're going to reveal the game there. And as you hopefully saw, if you're watching this, you probably did see, we did that with a 10-day long live stream showing a countdown clock inside this old beauty.
Yeah.
The actual best car in the world.
Yeah. The actual. the number one best car in the world, the Maverick Games FIAT Multipla. So we just went live on our YouTube channel, pretty much unannounced. I think we did do a little 6-second long test stream the night before, but yeah, went live. Not even sure, actually, if you could even do a 10-day live on YouTube. We didn't know if it would get kicked off at some point and have to re-click the go live button. Certainly it's not let us put the whole VOD up. We haven't been able to put the 10-day VOD, I've noticed.
That'd be a pretty dry video.
Loads happened. Loads happened in that. And the thinking was, right, it's weird. There's a camera pointing at it. There's an implication of that we're going to do some stuff, but we keep pretty stum and just let the stream do the talking. I think on the first day I kind of went out and held some screenshots up on towards the camera, letting people know, hey, we're going to be doing some fun stuff here. We're going to be doing some little teasers. Hey, who knows what? And
that picture of you, that first picture, where I didn't see you going out to do that, and I just saw that on the YouTube, and like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's he doing? Where he's holding that up really mischievously with a really stern face as well.
Was that the one that got changed into the Nickelback meme?
Yeah.
Did we do that ourselves, or did somebody else create it?
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought that was so great.
Yeah, James was telling me off, community manager James, because I just wasn't telling him before I was doing these things.
Look at this photograph.
And I, in my head, had a plan of what we were going to do and stuff on there. I didn't really communicate it very well because I thought it was funny to not tell you guys.
Revel in the chaos.
Yeah,
Exactly.
This is like literally our everyday life, really.
It's more fun.
He's going to do something, and we're like, oh God, what's he doing? What's he going to do?
There were loads of teasers that I guess were just too cryptic. Too cryptic. People didn't get everything.
Because you put the R1K air freshener out that day as well, I think, didn't you? So that was that was another, which I mean, it needed. Let's be honest. But
yeah, did quite a few. They did like little what 3 words puzzles, which I don't think people got.
Well, it kind of been ruined, hasn't it?
But honestly, So whilst I was doing stuff that was chaotic, but actually strategic, and there were bits where if you pulled on these little threads, there were clues that you could have pulled on and pieced together and work out information about the game ahead of time. But other people were just being weird.
They really were.
There was a point. This is one of the problems of the what 3 words is like somebody. One of the words in my what 3 words was apple, and I placed an apple on the back of the car. So apple being one of the 3 words, you get 3 words together. It'll give you a location in, that was in the Verdun Gorge, that one. But then someone else put loads of fruit on the car. And so now there's like a pineapple and bananas and stuff. And it's like, no, the apple was the point, and now you've confused everybody. And then at night, completely unbeknownst to any of us, like Spider-Man turned up.
What
could that mean? Oh, Spider-Man! Spider-Man!
I was watching that. And I was like, for God's sake! I've really lost control of this. I was genuinely like, do I need to tweet that we're not affiliated with bloody Marvel? Spider-Man is not in this game.
I think Spider-Man turned up twice as well.
Yeah.
Also the lobster.
Again, all of this stuff, funny, I guess, chaotic for sure, somewhat confusing, and a little bit fighting against some of the puzzles I was trying to lay out. But anyway, whatever.
This is the problem when you employ Mavericks.
There was that bit where you were like, hang on, what's the lobster? Why have we done a lobster?
Why is there a lobster? Lobster not a key part of Clutch.
The lobster has been to the south of France, though.
Well, yeah, and you can buy really good lobster in Monaco. I assume.
That's true. I mean,
in the game?
Not the inflatable one.
No, well, maybe in the game.
Ooh,
if you would like a lobster in game.
New feature. I mean, that is a feature that has actually been talked about, isn't it? The restaurant visiting feature.
If you've not seen it yet, there's a couple of messages in your Teams chat from me about exactly.
Oh, the partnerships thing?
No. The food trucks.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Well, there you go.
Do you want to not be having this conversation here?
Our podcast audience gets to learn about speculative new features of our game before I do. Great. Okay, cool. Well, I guess watch this space. Maybe we'll announce a new feature soon.
Yeah, lobster dinners for everybody. Playing Clutch.
Good.
So the lobster was... okay, the lobster was a thing after all.
Yeah, I knew there was the partnerships thing with the restaurant affiliated brand that we might be doing something with.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking of that.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Again, watch this space for more detail on that, I suppose. Where were we?
I just want to say, this is an exact example of we're talking about. Just go completely off script, start saying things. We're like, we're going to do this. No, don't talk about it now.
All right, stop being a buzzkill, you. All right, so where were we? We were talking about, anyway, there was lobsters anyway. I guess that isn't the important part of it. At the end of the countdown, we then did our live reveal, which was fun.
It was great.
It was a great day. It was a great day.
Yeah, I mean, that was one where, extraordinarily high capacity to go wrong.
It really did actually. Like it's one of those things that I took away afterwards. So I was like, wow, if we hadn't have done all those things just in the right order,
it was and I don't really usually get nervous about these things, but that was one where I was just like, bloody hell, there's a really complicated sequence of pieces that need to work together. But I think we gave a good account of ourselves. I think it was
amazing.
Yeah,
it's really
good. Yeah, really strong reveal. Got the messaging, I think, pretty much spot on. I think when I was kind of thinking about what we were going to say there, I was thinking that's probably a very relatively small kind of hardcore racing game enthusiast audience. It did like kind of break containment a little bit. It did definitely get outside of that audience and go, well, I guess for those at home, you kind of have your kind of core community, which is relatively small, very passionate, like really interested in all the fine details. And then you have your general audience, your dad, who still might quite buy a racing game, but doesn't really understand the feature differences between a Forza Motorsport, an Assetto Corsa, a Need for Speed, a Gran Turismo. And so some of the stuff we were talking about was very in the weeds for that kind of audience. So it did go a bit broader than expected. But I mean, that's fine. It didn't seem to upset anybody.
Oh, no,
but if I'd known I was going full general audience, I probably would have like not talked about like the tire tread and stuff. I can imagine some people like, what?
But it turns out they loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was all good stuff. It was just like, might have chosen slightly different words for a much broader audience. But no, that part I thought went very well.
I thought it was excellent. And honestly, take my hat off to you for being able to do that in the way that you did, because I would have fallen up the stairs, all sorts, tripped over something. The fact that you pulled that off with actually remembering all the things that you wanted to say as well was...
Whilst walking backwards,
walking up the stairs, switching cameras, all sorts, right?
Yeah, so again, I do have a habit of choosing to do things just because they're hard. Yeah. And like the walking backwards thing, entirely optional. You don't have to do that. Right? But it's like, I know that it's a thing that adds like complications to these things, a thing that like actual like TV presenters would either avoid doing or would like have put a lot of prep into, because it's obviously quite tricky to walk backwards and has a high chance to go wrong. I was like, but people that know that are going to look at that and go, look at this guy just making everything additionally complicated and risky for actually literally no reason. for no gain whatsoever.
And the other obvious thing that was more complicated was, as we've said in a few podcasts before, we spent a long time crafting a trailer, which we took to SGF. Yeah. This required us to basically make an entirely new trailer in a much shorter amount of time, which was fun. That was great. I mean, it came together beautifully, but it definitely was an extra like, oh, okay, that's a thing we're going to do as well.
Yes, a great job, everyone. Well done. Well done, team. Well done. You'll be watching this, I imagine. Yeah. Great work. Good that we were able to do that just all in regular working hours. I wouldn't want anybody to have pulled any late nights. Yeah, it was good.
It was really good, right? Yeah.
And as a 1-2 punch, I think both assets were obviously with intent, were very complementary. Didn't really matter which one you saw first, which again was... It
was nice that they felt very separate as well, I thought. Yeah. Like there were very different things that people could take away from each of those. And I think for us actually, and the development team, it made the excitement for what we were going to show later on even more hyped, because it was like, people got really excited about the stuff we showed. And it was like, just you wait until the weekend.
Yeah, that's it, because we're like, you think this is good? We've got a really good asset coming. It's so cool. Would you get to see that?
I think it wasn't just like it was a great asset, because they were both great. It was just there was so much there was all this detail about this story we were going to tell and these characters we were going to show, which obviously just wasn't in that first piece because we were holding that back. And just knowing that all that was still to come was it was very cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't even mention Monaco in the first piece. And we did that just in case you're wondering, because the Friday of Summer Game Fest was day one of the Monaco GP in the Formula One.
It's crazy.
And Fenders felt there was a lovely synergy of holding that announced, so that when all the stories that would follow Summer Game Fest would land, they would just really nicely synergize with everybody that had any kind of Formula One interest, because, well, it's very serendipitous that would happen. Now, that was completely random that they ended up being the same day, but something that we thought we'd got to make a huge opportunity of. And if you remember, we talked about those two pieces being the kind of 1-2 punch. There was actually punch 3 as well, which was our the gameplay reveal that we queued up with our influencer friends. So whilst the 10-day live stream was going on, as many of you watching this will no doubt have seen by now, we invited in a lot of the world's most charming and lovely influencers.
Oh, they are lovely, aren't they? They're so lovely. I'm such a mom.
we brought those guys in actually just behind where we are right now, kind of introduced them to the game, and then give them a little tour of the studio, got to meet some key people on the team, and then also got to get stuck in and play a load of the game.
Obviously, still have Theo in the back here. You right, mate?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's eating the twiglets. It's fine.
I just realised.
I have the jummy down just to wash them down.
You've got the seat down now, so people can see he's not in there.
Yeah, the magic is ruined.
You've ruined it now. He'd definitely be dead if he's been in there since then. It's been like a month.
No, if we kept feeding him.
It'd smell though, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
So we had the 1-2-3 punch, which isn't really the figure of speech, but it was. They meant we could do that. Reveal, trailer, then gameplay, and all of that was, I think, 7 or 8 days, which is honestly, in terms of being able to kind of introduce it, get you excited, prove it, which is kind of what the 3 pieces do. I think a really remarkably tight turnaround, actually quite unusual if you think about other game reveals you'll have seen, for it to be that fast. You'd often get either a teaser or a trailer, some period of quiet, then you might get gameplay trailer, which is still a trailer, but might have something that looks a little bit more like gameplay in it, and then actual gameplay reveal where it's genuinely someone holding the controller and playing it. That might be 3 months or 6 months or even longer. We did it in 8 days, and you're talking about the amount of work to get the trailer done and the piece done. There is also work involved in getting a build that we can let influencers who do not work here come in, play it, record it, and then show that to you guys. In fact, I mean, that might have been the most work.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, I saw somebody, a random person online said, why are they showing all this stuff now? It's when you're this far out from release. But I think it's exactly what you just said. It's to prove that it's not just a trailer, because I think there's a healthy level of skepticism, I think, sometimes with the gaming community, where you get shown pre-rendered, pre-recorded trailer, and you go, yeah, but that's not the game though, is it? So I think we all felt really strongly that we wanted to make sure that people knew that this was a game and not just a trailer.
Yeah, I mean, just a bit of inside baseball for you people at home. Sometimes when you see that, where they show you a trailer and it doesn't have any kind of release date or window, and it all looks really good, and looks like this might be a long way off. They've done that because what they need is for you guys at home to click like on the YouTube video, to put your comments in there, to demonstrate that there is demand for the game so they can get it funded. And a lot of times where there are trailers that drop 2 years before the game comes out, or indeed the game never comes out, that's the reason for it. People will pay to have a trailer made that's based on a speculative vision of what the game is, but actually they're doing that in order such that they can convince a publisher to invest, or convince some other investors to give them money. And we were not doing that. We were doing it because we want you to wishlist it and buy the game. So please head over to your store of choice and hit that wishlist button right now. We really appreciate it.
Sorry, I was going to say, to extend that inside baseball thing, I actually had a fellow developer friend reach out to me to say congrats on the trailer, and they said, who did you get to do that for you? I was like, we did it ourselves. And they were like, that's crazy.
Well, it is crazy considering all the other things we've just talked about that we've been doing in that time as well.
I don't want to upset anybody. There was like people who did it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like the full edit and everything.
Sure.
We did do it into. I don't want them to feel a bit like we just cut them out of the pro. There was an external friend. I won't name them because I'm not sure they want to be named. But there was somebody else. Check the credits of the game; they'll be in there.
Sure.
But for the most part, yeah, certainly final edit, cut to all the music, everything that all the main creative. Ridiculously was just done by us.
And yeah, all the recording of all those shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot done from the team.
Yeah.
So it was pretty remarkable to pull that off when we did. So with everything else, it was cool. It was good.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, Summer Game Fest. So we did that reveal. That was on the Tuesday. Summer Game Fest was on the Friday. So we had to jump on a plane and head over to the United States into Los Angeles.
Woo.
Yay.
Love Los Angeles. It's a great place.
It's great, isn't it? Love it there.
Yeah.
And again, we had to cart a load of kit over there.
Oh, we are pros at carting kit now, I think. We've done it so much.
Yeah. I've actually got a technique for putting a PC into an overhead locker. Now it's down to a fine art.
I feel like we just resume positions and just get into exactly what we've always done as we're talking. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go on, H.
We just get into, we've got a formation of what we actually do, and it just feels like we all just know what each other's doing, who's taking what now. So it feels like we've got that down to a T. We've done it so many times. Yeah. And we've moved on a lot since. Do you remember that first Gamescom when we took a PC in a night bag?
We did not optimise for weight on that one. Yeah, I guess to explain why to the people at home why we have to do that. The answer is boringly, like software security. So obviously our game is not released, and a lot of the code in there would just be unencrypted. A lot of the assets would be unencrypted. You could easily rip them. That is a thing that happens later in the process. So we don't really want to distribute it around or have it uploaded onto some third-party server. And you just need to be very mindful of where those files exist, and therefore you can't have them get lost. For example, if you check a bag in with a PC in it that had the game on it, and it didn't turn up in LA, one, it's bad because we've lost the PC, but two, it's bad because somebody could have the PC, and if somebody were to rob it, it would have our game on it, which they could then, they could ransom us, or they could just release it online, or whatever. Bad outcomes. So we take a PC that we do check in, but there's nothing on it. We set that up when we get there. We have a smaller PC that we carry with us at all times, and then we each have the hard drive, which has the game code on it, and but we can keep those on a person at all times, so we never let them leave our site, which is why we have to kind of do these little routines. The Gamescom one was funny, which was our first Gamescom. We took a PC, which same rules apply. Do not let it out of your site. Have to keep it on you at all times. Which maybe I had to take it as carry on, but it was really heavy. It was
so
like
heavy.
ridiculously heavy, far heavier than would possibly be allowed in the overhead. And so I would put it into the overhead, but I had to try and mime like it wasn't heavy, because I thought if the cabin crew come and have to move this, they're going to instantly say it's got to go in the hold. There's no way they're going to let that be in the overhead, because if obviously it falls out, it might kill someone. We didn't care about that. We just cared about software security. so to pretend it's just really light. So we didn't want to. After that, we have a PC which is a little bit lighter, but
which, funnily enough, that was the one time where we had to cart it around all over the bloody place as well, right? Every other time it's been in one room, but that time it was
Yeah, I guess to explain why that was, we were demoing to a bunch of publishers. It was our first Gamescom, and we had our first playable demo, which Tom Butcher says we're going to show on the stream at some one of these pods at some point. Yeah, we're going to show some of those earlier builds. So look forward to that in an upcoming show.
That's cool.
It is such a cool idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
But we were visiting basically all of the AAA publishers and demoing the game to them, which meant we had to visit their booths at the different corners of Gamescom. If you've ever been to Gamescom, that place is absurdly big. So you had to drag that thing all over Gamescom, and
also not just in Gamescom. You have to go to those meetings at all those different hotels, one on one side of Cologne, and then come back somewhere else and go there.
We're walking like miles through the center. Yeah, bloody hell. Well, haven't we? We've learned from that anyway.
Yes, we have. We've got wheels now for our PC.
We've learned you can just ask a publisher to come visit us.
Yeah. As well.
Anyway, we're trying to talk about Summer Game Fest. So that was carting over there, getting to LA. Obviously, we had the live stream, the main Summer Game Fest show, which those of you at home have probably either watched the show itself or a summary of. And we also had the Playdays show, which if you grew up in the UK in the 80s and 90s, that's a strange name, isn't it? To call it Playdays, because Playdays was a BBC show for like 4-year-olds.
and the best stop
was the Y-Bird
was
stuff.
the Y-Bird,
Y-Bird,
correct.
Oh, I used to get so excited when it was the Y-Bird when I was 4. Now when it's Playdays, it just kind of like, maybe it's just a British person of a certain age, but you hear that and you're like, huh, that doesn't sound cool. It would be like it was called Teletubbies.
Yeah.
And so we'd rented a little space there, haven't we? We'd paid a bit of money to get some space that we could demo from.
A cabana.
They called it a cabana. That was, I think, an oversell.
It was definitely an oversell.
It was a tent.
It was a
With
tent.
some palm trees and stuff, though, made it feel
Outside,
like
yeah,
cabana-ish.
I suppose that, yeah, maybe. No, it was a tent, mate.
Cabana.
You getting distracted by the trees again.
That is my MO, isn't it?
I don't even remember the palm trees. There you go.
That's why I got my car in green.
Of course it is.
Yeah, so we landed immediately, went there, didn't we, to like do a tech setup, test all of our kit, test both of our PCs.
Blew the place up.
At least blew the
Yeah, we
fuse of the
did.
place. Yeah. So we were the tent we were in, they kind of daisy chained some like extension leads, hadn't they, to get the power out there. And
There was some questionable electrics there, I think. Did you look behind where our cabana was?
yeah.
And,
Oh, actually, can I?
it had a slight hum to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was like, bzz, you're like,
But also, just to paint a bit of a picture, so we'd just been on that 10-hour flight, 11-hour flight, something like that.
Right.
So feel pretty manky. Also super tired because, well, I was at least, because I can't sleep on planes. You two are pros.
Yeah.
So we turn up super tired, super jet lagged, and we go, rather than go to the hotel and check in and get some rest, we go straight to the venue just to make sure everything works because we're professionals.
We are
So we
professionals.
turn up, we plug everything in, and we're like, cool, everything's working. Get halfway through the test run, and all the power goes out, and it's like, oh no.
and there's no one else here, so it's only us.
So we'd sort of like at that moment go, I guess it is really cool and professional that we came to check everything worked, but also it doesn't work. And what we actually do about it?
I'm tired and I'm hungry. Don't know what time it is.
So at that point, your game dev brain starts spiraling. Oh my god, it's all going to go wrong.
It's all going to go wrong. It's
terrible.
never going to work.
I'm going to share a story that I hope doesn't get anybody in trouble. But
good.
but it might. It's not going to get me in trouble. But when we arrived, you and I were walking through carrying the PC, and you're walking into space. And for those who haven't seen it, it's actually very cool. We should talk about this in a sec. But the Playday space is actually really, really, really cool. And it's like this kind of like, almost feels like a little video games village that you're walking through different themed areas. All very cool. We got all the way through it. Got to our just next to our space. We're looking around, and I said to him, bit weird. No one's like asked us who we are. We didn't have passes, hadn't shown ID. We'd like got completely inside it.
Did we not have passes then?
No.
We picked them up the following day.
Yeah, we didn't have anything yet.
Oh boy.
And we were now in a space which had several unannounced games, like setups and stuff. And I was like, not great. We just see the whole place already. And then a guy I think perhaps because we stopped walking, like looking around, that guy came over and I was like, oh yeah, we're Maverick Games. And he was like, oh, you just go through there. And it was like, might have been cool if you'd like asked us to prove that.
True.
Yeah.
I think actually, in all fairness to them, I think the bit that we walked through,
Then he brought us water.
he did bring us water, lovely guy. But I think all the games were announced on that bit that we walked through, because that was like the big sort of most public bit of it, wasn't it?
Not at that moment. Remember, some of those games would have been talked about at SGF.
Yeah,
so it was the day before SGF.
Resident Evil was there, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll take it all back.
Yeah.
But thanks to the guy for bringing us the water.
That was nice, yeah. And I don't know his name, so I can't name him. So he got away with it. And ultimately, I guess he's the one who asked us at least what we were doing there, even if he didn't ask us to prove it or show any credentials.
He did look like the sort of guy that might have some sort of like marine training. Like
he did have that look.
He had that vibe.
He did.
So maybe when he asked you that question, you delivered that response in a way where he's like, "Yeah, this guy's trustworthy. I can tell. I've had enough trading to know."
I mean, I do have that effect on people.
I believe everything you say.
You'll follow me.
True.
He's got us there.
Yeah, he has. Should we talk about that space? Because
yes.
So it's actually taken over. It's actually a load of restaurants that space. I don't know whether you know that, which is
I didn't know that.
Basically they take over that entire stretch for that weekend, move out all of the equipment for the restaurants and set it up as that, as you say, a little games village as well.
Yeah, it's super cool. I was saying to Mike before we did this podcast that it's interesting that this is kind of at the moment the equivalent of what E3 used to be, because E3 was a huge event in the LA Convention Center, and I mean it was super cool for a load of reasons. I mean, the scale of it alone was pretty impressive. But I think like this is obviously much smaller, but in some ways it's kind of cooler. Like the fact that it's got like I don't know what the right word is for it, but it just feels a little bit more creative, and
the vibe. The vibe was way better. Yeah. The
like all the little sculptures and murals and things.
That little walk they had of all like the concept art and stuff.
Yeah, that was great.
It felt as much a celebration of the games as it was a sale of the games.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you think back to E3, and it was like hard sell, and sometimes just like, you know, like an almost eye roll sell. Like, I mean, latterly this wasn't true, but when in the Booth Babe era and stuff, and that era was, I guess, all but the last 3 E3s. Like it was just so like, what sells? Girls in bikinis sell, and it's just like, okay, it's not. And with the exception of one game, it's not really celebrating the game. Playbook game I'll allow, but like every other game, like putting like the scantily clad women on it is just like a bit weird. Like, and it's just like so obviously trying to sell me a thing, or just like kind of convince me to, like, you're not buying anything at E3, but it's trying to convince you to kind of get over the line on it, in a way that's just like a bit uncomfortable. Whereas it did feel a bit more like this was a festival. It had a bit more of a celebration-y feel to it.
Which in a lot of ways is a weird length to go to, right? Because it was just an industry event. Like there was no general public in there. It was just journalists and game developers, and I guess a few other types of people in there as well. But that was the majority.
Presumably anybody could just walk in. I will just say that on every other day after that, there were security checks, and we did have to show badges to get in.
Yeah, exactly.
Including bag checks and all that.
And metal detectors and everything. Well, after that first day, there was actual security.
But like weird amount of effort to go to for that crowd, to have all of that stuff to make it feel more special.
So do you think that's the biggest difference? Because I never went to E3, and I obviously going to play days, I thought I think it was really relaxed, and it felt like as everyone's walking around and you're chatting to people, you're just chatting to random people as well as you're going to pick up your lunch or go get a drink or a coffee. It felt really chilled, and everybody was really friendly and just happy to chat as you're waiting in a queue. So yeah, actually, I believe I bumped into the people that actually owned the place that they were sort of renting off of, and like even they had stuff super cool. Like there was one bit where he had a dog on his shoulders, just like a little Scotty dog on his shoulders. So weird.
You can't let people know you died dogs. They're going to think you're going to think you're weird. Like you need to keep that secret, mate. We'll beat that bit out. And as part of that, we would, you and I, sometimes as a duo, sometimes solo, would pitch/present the game to an assortment of influencers, content creators, and journalists. Yep. I think we did like 70 in total.
70, yeah.
I'm glad I know that number after the fact.
Yeah, well, we didn't have 70s we were going out, remember? So
yeah,
I think
true,
just before, I think we were around 45, I reckon. And just as we were there, people were just going, "Oh, Clutch, we didn't realise you guys were here. Can we book in?" So as I was outside, I was trying to, me and Chase were trying to work out who we can fit in, moving people around and making sure that everybody that came to say, "Can I come and see your game?" we got them in, which was really cool as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 45 minutes to an hour long little presentation, which sometimes we let them play at the end. Not everybody we gave that privilege. We had to kind of test their vibe a little bit. It's like, you cool? Do we trust you?
Do they look like they could drive a car?
Well, it was the race that we had set up for them is either the last race or second to last race in the game. So it's quite AI and stuff's quite difficult. So it was one of those where it's like, have you actually played a racing game before? Because if not, if your experience coming into this is that you played Mario Kart a year ago, this might be
tricky.
This might be hard. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and the response was, I think, luckily, very energizing, because
energizing.
the day itself was very exhausting. I think if you weren't having that reaction to be able to bounce off of, I think it could have been even more exhausting by the end of the day. I don't know if we'd have had much left in us to, get back to the hotel.
Yeah.
So.
Weirdly, I always felt like as you got towards the end of the day, like you sort of through the delirium, you'd suddenly get like an extra, like a second wind. Maybe that was the jet lag, actually.
That was it. Yeah, that's you waking up.
But I always found the last couple like kind of more energetic than the ones in the middle for some reason.
Well, the last one overall was pretty energetic.
Oh,
wasn't it?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer.
Yeah. Very, very, very good audience. Very good audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting complaints from the people in the cabana behind us going, you can't have your game and have Hip Hop Gamer in the same room at the same time. I'm sorry, that's not fair to
Yeah,
us.
they'd already been complaining we were too loud, hadn't they?
Yeah.
It was he was there at the same time as I can't remember the chap's name. The guy from the Radio Times. At the same time, very different levels of energy between Hip Hop Gamer and Radio Times.
But I think he enjoyed it just as much as we did.
Well,
he
did. He
Yeah.
came through the door, right? I say, just as whilst you guys were finishing off the last one, he came through the door and was going, "Let's go!" Right, literally before he said hello, anything. It just literally came in going, "Let's go! Come on, I'm ready to see Clutch."
Funnily enough, I'm really bad. I've forgotten the chap's name. So apologies, but I bumped into him the next day at Disneyland. So next day was a bit of a day off. We did actually have a thing we had to do the day after, so we couldn't fly home just yet. But I had a day off. Went to Disneyland because I'm a bit of a theme park nerd, and bumped into him, and we went on to the Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run together.
Was he also solo at Disneyland?
He was also doing a solo.
I love that.
Oh, that's great.
It was. I felt a bit exposed because I was like, I shouldn't say this. I was having Mickey ears, and I have like a little magnetic Dale on my shoulder. And I'm like being a little Disney dweeb, and he's just like, he goes, "I like your Dale," and I'm like,
At least he got it right. At least he didn't say Chip.
yeah, that little prick Chip. Yeah. I have to beat that out.
I feel like we should probably insert a picture at this point.
Oh, fuck off, I'm not doing that. A little bit exposed there as I was just enjoying my solo trip to Disneyland.
We'll get that picture on our own socials. So if anyone wants to see it, I'll put it on my ex.
Do not put a picture of me in Disney regalia
Regalia
on social
word.
media.
This is what happens if Disney and Gucci collide.
They have. There's a whole Disney and Gucci collaboration.
There is, yes, and you put your own spin on it.
Oh man, we're off piste. We're off piste. We've gone on too long. Yeah. Right. So that was good, wasn't it? That was it. That was SGF. What else we got to say about that?
So we didn't really talk at SGF. One of the thing that we were messaged about the most was your T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Because the morning that we decided of going to SGF, the show, you obviously said to us at breakfast, like, everyone,
are you going to wear a suit?
What's everyone going to wear it? Because you had your Gucci suit, which was very smart. I was like, I've got a jumpsuit. And Ben's like, I think I'm going to wear my Clutch T-shirt. We're like, no, you're not.
Specifically, Mike said, well, you're not going any pictures then.
He actually did. I forgot about
that. And then, sat down in dead centre.
Yeah, we were second row centre. Great seats. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And it turns out that my shoulders were just high enough over the chair to see the logo for our game pretty much in every single stage shot of the show.
Yeah.
To which I then start getting constant text messages, not just from people on our team, but from just like people I know in the industry all over the place. Going, is that you on the second row? And I'm like, yeah. It is.
You're getting those texts like during the show.
Yeah. I was sat next to him. Was going, there's another one. He was giggling away, going, it's another one. I haven't heard from these people for years, and they're messaging me.
I'll admit, nobody texted me and said, that's a nice suit, Mike. So I guess you win this time.
Yeah.
Right. Have I forgotten anything else we were going to talk about today then?
I don't know. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so.
I guess we'll do another call to action. We'd really like it if you wishlist the game. Apparently that is, for us now, the most important thing. I've been told a few times that we've got wishlist. There'll be probably a link in the description. You can click that and wishlist on your platform of choice. Other than that, I guess like this video, subscribe to it, send it to your friends, send it to your mum and dad. They might like it as well. They can also buy Clutch. So until next time, I guess we'll see you later. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.
H's first appearance on the pod since we got the card in here.
I know.
Scribble on it, sign your name. Go on, give us a one letter sig.
Yeah.
Check you haven't accidentally pulled Gary Barlow's